Never gonna happen, sweetie. Your body, our choice. I got that.
All day, every day, therapist, mother, maid, nymph, then a virgin, nurse, then a servant, just an appendage, lip to attendant, so that he never lifts a finger. 24/7 baby machine, so he can live out his picket fence dreams. It's not an act of love if you make her, you make me do too much labor.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. There's being a sore loser, and then there's whatever Kamala Harris supporters are doing. I don't really know how to quantify this or qualify what they are pushing. At first, I thought, it must be satire. They must be joking. But it seems like they are actually advocating for poisoning their Trump-supporting husbands and or boyfriends because Trump won. I mean, again, I know that there's satire. I know satire is a thing. I know that, ultimately, I hope that they're kidding. But the level of seriousness around this trend and the psychotic liberal video uploads that I've seen since the Trump victory kind of makes me think that they are telling the truth. Let's actually get into this. By the way, today I am hoping that you'll check out thequartering.com. I post all of my videos here, generally before they're even up on YouTube. Also, if you become a member on the site, it's just $8 a month. In exchange for that, you get ammunition discounts, 15% off ammo, 20% off coffee brand coffee, 30% off sheath products, an additional discount on Meta PCs, discounts on Anton's Biltong, and many more. More than any public promo code. You'll save enough money to make your membership totally free. You also get 3 members-only videos per week with me, Melanie Mack, Luke Rutkowski, Hannah Claire, and more. Sometimes they're just me, but also that. So you get only available on thequartering.com. You get a members-only Discord where you can talk directly to my staff and directly to me. So unlike everyone else who's selling members-only communities, I'm actually in mine. So I'm hoping you'll join today to help us offset the cost of the upgrade to a dedicated server so we can actually host our own videos and host our own live streams just in case AOC comes for us. What is the MATGA anti-Trump woman's deadly new trend? Interesting. In the wake of Tuesday's election results, some frustrated by President-elect Donald Trump's return to the White House are using a centuries-old metaphor about women poisoning their husbands to channel their disappointment, causing a stir online. The Make Aqua Tofana Great Again movement is a recent online trend in which some women humorously advocate reviving aqua tofana, a 17th century poison used by women to end their husbands and escape. Aqua tofana, named after its alleged creator, was a deadly undetectable poison used across Italy, gaining notoriety for its stealth and potency. The MATGA trend has become so synonymous with tofana, seemingly emerging as a satirical expression of frustration over certain political issues, mainly targeting Trump and men who are supportive of conservative policies that affect women. I mean, again, you're telling me that these people wouldn't do it?
Not sure why no one understands how I feel. You guys know that my husband turned Republican this term. I don't know why. I threw his ass out of the house. And I have to do more. I don't want to shave my head because that's going to hurt him. I'm going to look ugly. So I'm not doing that. I think I'm going to sleep with his friends. I think that's the only way. I think sleeping with his friends will do. What do you guys think? His liberal friends, of course.
What? People say you just did him a huge favor. He can now upgrade to a hot, conservative, confident woman instead of having to deal with a hard 3 with delusional sense of her own sexuality. Your husband must have some effing ugly friends if they'd be that hard up to sleep with you. I'm sure he's currently celebrating. She got to be trolling. I'm sure. But this is, the 4B movement is actually trending. This is a movement where women in America, after Trump won, are now vowing not to sleep with men, not to have babies, and more. But here's some of the responses.
This goes out to all the women who are now participating in the 4B movement. Congratulations, you finally figured out what abstinence is. You also figured out that it's kind of important that you want to have a good relationship with the person that you're having sex with, because when you're doing the act of procreation, there's a slight possibility that you might actually procreate a child. You also proved, though, that you are in fact using this as a form of birth control and not in the 0.01% of the two things that I cannot mention on TikTok. But I gotta say, pardon my French, but how fucking dare you that you sit in America in all your privilege and shave your head and post some of the most horrendous, awful, evil, and just disgusting things that I have ever read and seen on the internet directed towards other women who simply just voted different than you.
I mean, again, they're getting shredded.
You know, I honestly debated on saying this, but I really feel like someone needs to speak up. Do you know how fucking embarrassing it is to women overseas that actually don't have fucking rights? Do you know how embarrassing?
I mean, all these women, by the way, PSA to the 4B movement. This is, again, these are women that have said, hey, we're not going to sleep with men anymore.
Public service announcement to the bitches behind the 4B movement. Not one man is losing sleep over the fact that you don't want to have sex with them, that you don't want to procreate with them, you don't want to date them, and you don't want to marry them. In fact, the entire premise behind the 4B movement is a future without men. The same men that fought for our country, the same men that have built our roads, built our bridges, maintain our vehicles, truck our stuff from point A to point B. They don't want to touch you. In fact, they don't want their gene pool polluted with your left-wing nonsense bullshit ideology. Because if you had a deserted island with one man and 1,000 women, we could repopulate the planet. If you had that same deserted island with one woman and 1,000 men, we would go extinct. Kind of like what would have happened should the DEI dipshit on the Democratic...
I mean, how's this going for you? In a video posted on Grabian, women embracing their trend tend to appear with captions, "Sure, my body, your choice," before pouring unknown liquids into drinks. This is juxtaposed with medieval images of women pouring potions, while the captions tell the story of Tofana, who is responsible for the deaths of over 600 husbands in the 17th century. One woman in the video leans into the camera and whispers, "Aqua Tofana, am I right? If you know, you know." Meanwhile, some have framed the trend as a modern-day reminder of the long-standing fight for women's rights. Excuse me? Is there a single right that women don't have in America? Is there any rights that they lost under the first Trump presidency? Are there any rights they will lose under the next Trump presidency? No. They started wearing blue bracelets and getting blue heart tattoos to recognize each other in public as Kamala Harris voters, and soon evolved into the MATGA movement. The first video got over 1.3 million likes. In response to the post, Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene raised an alarm to FBI, taking the agency in her post calling for an investigation into public threats on men's lives. Now, do I think these women are going to follow through on it? Well, I don't know. I guess I don't know. They're recording themselves crying, uploading it to the internet, recording themselves issuing this threat, putting it up on the internet. So what do you, I mean, is it that hard to believe that they might take the extra step? It's not the first time activists have used dark humor or historical references to convey social commentary and discontent or resistance. Some see the movements as a way to reclaim symbols of autonomy from an era in which women had few options. But this is the modern... I mean, look at this woman. Do you think anybody's sad about her not sleeping with them? I mean, give me a break.
Think twice about it. There's no way I am letting any man near me.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Anyway.
Never gonna happen, sweetie. Your body, our choice.
So they're using this Nick Fed Fuentes. By the way, look, you can like Nick all you want, but let's not forget that he turned against Trump and told his followers to go vote for Kamala Harris, apparently. So, you know, if you're a big Nick fan, you know, be prepared for him to try and backtrack that and get back in MAGA's good graces. But as a Team Low Road member, you know, obviously I disavow any weird libs showing up at his house like they did. But no, we saw what you did. It wasn't some 4D chess move, and Trump won anyway. So again, people are taking the Nick clip and, you know, showing, you know, poisoning.
If you know, you know.
Your body, my choice. Oh, I'm poisoning the man. I don't think this woman has to deal with it.
to me is
I don't think this woman has to worry about it. You know, the poison believed to be flavorless, completely undetectable. I mean, again, women share dark poisoning men videos and viral MATGA trend movement amid Trump abortion concerns. First of all, the only people that you should blame for the concern over Trump's nationwide abortion ban is the lie that Democrats told, the lie that Kamala Harris told you women, and you all stupidly went and voted for her anyway. Donald Trump will not institute a nationwide abortion ban. He didn't in 2016, and he wouldn't do it in 2024. There's no precedent for this. He doesn't have the power for this. Just like Kamala Harris did not have the power to codify Roe v. Wade, as she lied and said she did. She didn't have that power. The Supreme Court has that power. She didn't have the power to codify Roe v. Wade. Donald Trump doesn't have the power to overturn it. Donald Trump didn't overturn Roe v. Wade at all because his holy-ish Karens lost their minds over Trump's been launched Make Aqua Tofana Great Again to symbolize poisoning their husbands, perceivably for voting for Trump. I don't really understand how we got here, how we're so unhinged, but this is what you get when you have a steady diet of, you know, liberal panic, you know, fear prawn. That's all they do. Oh my God, he's going to do this. He's going to do that. They tried this in 2016. Remember when they said that he was going to put LGBTQ people into prison, into camps? Remember when they said that, like, as an actual fact, that Donald Trump is going to put LGBTQ people in camps? How come that never happened? All this nonsense that the left spreads about Trump is completely made up. And obviously, they're upset about it. Obviously. But you should be looking at the Democrats who continue to lie to you and not Trump. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you will go to thequartering.com/join today and become an annual member. Could really, really use your support, not just for me, but for the whole team of Melanie, Hannah Claire, Styx, and Luke Wardkowski, and of course my graphics designers and video editors and stuff like that. So please check out thequartering.com and consider joining today. We'll talk to you again real soon.